the guy that's hating on our video right now.
Oh.
We'll just go pick up his girlfriend.
Oh. I didn't know somebody was doing that.
Oh, I'm sure they're hating on us right now. Look at them. Wave. Hi.
Oh my God.
All right, it's Wednesday morning. Looks like there goes that last load that they had. Just checking out from the room. The part should be here today. Fingers crossed this is what the problem is. If this isn't the problem, I would be surprised. Because there's a bunch of fuel coming out from around this primer handle. So it's not here yet, but I'm gonna go ahead and pull this thing off. Let me see if I can get you guys to hear what this thing sounds like. I don't know if that's gonna pick up or not, because that is the noisy APU. We just basically left this APU running the whole time, just to make sure everything would be good when we go to start the truck up. I didn't want any dead batteries. I mean, whatever, right? All right, I think Lita's on her way over to the hotel to get the rest of the stuff. I'm hoping I have the right size wrenches in order to take this off. We're gonna break this thing down, get a new one put on, and if this doesn't fix it, I don't know what the other options are. I have no idea. Not a clue. It's like the universe tells me to get out of trucking, then the universe tells me to stay in trucking, and then the universe tells me to get out of trucking. Ugh. All right. The new old one is off. Man, it was such a nightmare doing it in this parking lot. It took 10 times longer to do it here than it did at the house. It's just an absolute nightmare of a piece to take off, to be completely honest. I ended up unscrewing this by hand, and I don't think that's supposed to be like that. I don't think you're supposed to be able to unscrew that easy. I mean, it's got a rubber O-ring on it. How tight are you supposed to make it? I mean, I definitely have fuel and air coming from around here. So I'm gonna take this piece off, and I think that'll let us see that rubber piece in there. So you can't really see or tell this rubber plunger in here. I mean, it does, I don't know. God, what a stupid design. Why can't they just make it where you can replace the primer instead of replacing this whole piece, man? That's just crazy to me, man. So Lita walked across the street to ask the hotel what time their mail usually runs. They said they're not sure because all their mail goes to a mailbox. Lita seems to think the mailbox is across the street. So that kind of sucks. We won't know if the part's here until they walk over and check it. I mean, had I known that, I wouldn't have sent it to that address. So I'm trying to see if there's a mailbox across the street. I don't know. Oh, what a freaking nightmare. It says it could, it's out for delivery and it'll be here by 9 o'clock tonight. I just want to get this truck done, man. I mean, it's got to be this part, right? I think it's just sucking air. I don't know if I mentioned it, but the night before, the night before I got out while the truck was running, I was like, Lita, I want to see if we have any air bubbles in the tank, to see if, like, because the truck was running good. This was when it was, you know, running good. I was like, I want to see if there's air bubbles in the tank. I want to see if that's actually how you can tell. Got out, checked it, sure enough, no air bubbles. Oh, that's a spider web I see. I was like, ah, man, that's awesome. Next morning, bam, truck won't start. All right, I just checked my shipping, says it was delivered. Lita just walked over to see if they went and checked their mailbox. It is 11 o'clock. Pretty early delivery. That's great. I hope that's a good sign, man, because I could really use a break, man. I'm tired of getting my teeth kicked in all the time. It's getting real old, real fast. So she'll get over here. We'll slap that bad boy on. I hope this thing will prime, man. I don't know what to do. I was asking Lita, I'm like, what do we do? Like, what's our options if we can't get this thing to run? Even if we bought a truck over here, like, do I just leave my Mac here? I don't know what to do. And it's like, we can't, like, all this stuff won't fit in a car. Like, I have my SUR on. I have to worry about, like, my ramps and my tarps and stuff getting stolen. Like, there's just a lot to it, you know? Ugh. It's got to be this pump, right? It's got to be this primer pump. It's so dumb that they don't make it to where you can just replace the primer pump. Because the way it's made, man, it's just so cheaply made. It's just a rod with that handle and a spring and a little rubber piece at the bottom. I don't know. She'll get this part over here. We'll get this thing put on. And hopefully all will be good. I never even checked to see if this thing would prime. I tried priming with it, but that was back when we had the fuel lines switched. And maybe I wasn't clear in that video. Like, people thought I did my injectors and my cups, and the whole time it was those lines switched. No, we were like trying to determine if the Davco fuel filter was what was putting the air in the line. It was, in fact, bad injectors and cups. And like I said, I just checked the fuel pump, the fuel tanks the night before, and there was 0 bubbles. And bad injectors and cups won't prevent you from priming your system, but you'll lose prime after you prime it. Because what happens is the exhaust gas gets past where the cup, or where the injector sits in the cup. It gets past there, and it pushes the compression pushes the air back into your fuel system. That's how you get air in your fuel. Is that? I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. All right, we got the new one on. I pushed this plunger a few times, and I can already tell that it's priming. I hope. I mean, it's already getting stiff.
Yeah. Another one wasn't doing that.
Nah. Like, I can feel it pushing fuel. We never tested the other one. We did the air compressor prime.
I mean, we couldn't even get the truck to start.
Feel it pushing fuel through, and it keeps getting a little stiffer and a little stiffer.
That's crazy. Like, I don't know.
A brand new one, man.
Well, man, I don't know how crazy that is, but that like you have to like hand prime it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let me try to prime it again. Come on, baby. Come on. I should back that head bolt out.
Yeah.
See what we're getting for fuel pressure. According to this, we have 0 fuel pressure.
Zero fuel pressure.
Now that can't be right. I wonder if I got that fuel pressure thing hooked up wrong.
So the primer pump fixed the primer pump problem, but our fuel pump is leaking.
In the fuel pump. It's not a fitting, it's inside the fuel pump. So I need a 27 star bit.
Do I need to look in the other?
That's a 20. This is crazy. You can't make this up. A brand new fuel pump. A brand new primer pump. All right, we seem to be missing an O-ring on our fuel pump. It's never leaked before. I don't know why it would leak now. So, gonna hop on the Sur-Ron and run it up to a auto parts store, and I'm hoping I can find like a multi-pack like Harbor Freight has, or I have the part number to the O-ring, and that specific O-ring is good for lots of stuff, different Cummins motors and stuff. Like it calls back to a lot of stuff. So we're gonna run up here and see if we can find something, because it is pouring out of that fuel pump. Jesus. I was gonna jump it off there until I rolled my fucking ankle. All right, let's hope cops don't mess with me, huh? All right, I'll be back. That is saying something different. It's saying it's back the other way. It's saying it's this way. So this is what they have. They've got a bunch of smaller kits too, like that, but I'm pretty sure our O-ring's bigger than that. We're gonna get this and see if this will work. Alright, I think we found an O-ring that's gonna fit. I had Lita prime it and I didn't see any fuel coming out. You gotta lock this thing down after we prime it.
They're up there.
Oh my God. Well, a little bit of an update. I jacked up. There's this piece that goes between the fuel pump and the power steering pump, and this is basically what spins the fuel pump. I couldn't tell if I had this lined up, and since I had that O-ring on there too, I couldn't tell if like it was hard to push in because of the O-ring. I couldn't get this thing to line up to save my life. Well, I broke it. So now I'm really screwed. It's a simple little metal piece, but I won't find that out here. And I think I threw my old one away. Oh my God, look what I just found in my toolbox. I found the old one. I brought the old one with us. What is the chances of that? Oh my goodness. I get one more shot, this is it. This is it. All right, so obviously that O-ring I got didn't work. I think it was too fat. Well, I know it's too fat because it ended up like just shaving off some of it. So I sent Lita up to get some ultra black gasket maker, and then the stuff she brought back says it takes 24 hours before you can put it back in service. So I went back to Walmart and got some 90-minute return to service stuff. So hopefully this will fix it. So I got some brake parts cleaner too. I'm gonna clean it up, and we're just going to gasket seal this until we can get an O-ring, and then we'll pop an O-ring in there. Hopefully this will just get us back on the road, you know. All right, let me get under there. We'll clean this thing up. She went back over to the hotel. As we were checking out this morning, one of the girls there was like, "Damn, your old man's amazing looking. If you want to come back, I'll give you a room for 60 bucks. So I told her to go over there and see if that includes the dogs, because it was $100 a night plus $25 a dog. So it was $150. And if she's saying that she can do it for 60, hopefully including the dogs, we'll just get another room for tonight, because I need another shower again. I mean, if you figure it's $10 a shower here, plus it's free breakfast over there. I don't know. Yeah, we'll see what happens. All right, let me get to work. Stop talking. All right. We are putting this ratchet in. We've got everything finger tightened, and then it says to wait an hour before you actually tighten it. So I don't know what time it is now. Oh, I guess I got my phone. It's 3 o'clock now. 3:12. All right. So we'll give it till 4:12. I can let the dogs out, walk the dogs. I don't know if this is actually going to fix why the truck was run. I mean, we got it to prime again. Yeah. But was it sucking air through there? I don't know.
I don't see why it wouldn't, if that's
I don't know. I just want this thing to run again properly. All right, let me get these dogs out. We're gonna walk these dogs, and we'll see you guys in a little more than an hour. I mean, it would be nice to have family in it.
You did.
I mean, that's not the same. Like it's been in his family for generations, you know?
Yeah.
Come on, baby, prime. if we got fuel pressure. We still have a fuel leak. That didn't fix our fuel leak. I think it just slowed it down, basically. The truck's finally starting to run smooth. I think my tablet died on me. It's at 2%. So I can't check the fuel pressure. It's running a lot smoother.
Yeah. I think that's what we're supposed to have when we're idle.
Now we have fuel pressure. So, what fixed the fuel pressure? The fuel pump leak? The fuel pressure gauge? Or the fuel pressure sensor? PSI idle. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Or do we leave out in the morning, try to find a Mac place, try to get one of those O-rings and try to go ahead and fix the fuel pump?
I mean, we would just have to go to like a Bruckner's.
Yeah, something like that.
I mean, if it's sucking air through that, it could happen again.
If it gets much worse, if it's sucking air,
We could have this problem again.
Well, we've been idling for a little bit. The truck is definitely running a lot smoother than what it was. I think what we're gonna do is, we've already got the room for the night.
We got a shower.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we're gonna go to the room and take a shower. We'll wake up in the morning and we'll start heading east. And we're gonna start calling places to see if we can find this rubber O-ring. And then once we find the rubber O-ring, then we can stop and replace the rubber O-ring, and we'll see if that completely stops the fuel drip. And if it's still running good, then we just keep running. That guy that's hating on our video right now, we'll go pick up his girlfriend.
What?
What?
What'd you say?
I don't know. I said the guy that's hating on our video right now,
Oh.
we'll just go pick up his girlfriend.
Oh. I didn't know somebody was doing that.
Oh, I'm sure they're hating on us right now. Look at them. Wave. Hi. Why don't you just get a new truck? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? You always make the wrong decisions. I would have done this. Go make a YouTube channel. Show us how it's done. It's so easy to like watch a video and see something play out and be able to sit back and be like, well, of course it was that. Bitch, you wouldn't have thought of that. Oh, you should have known that generator, that APU, that something was wrong with that APU.
Oh, they said that?
Oh yeah, you should have been checking that. I did check it. Oh, but you can't just check the belts. What do you want me to do? Even if I found that the generator was messed up, the generator would have still be messed up. There's nothing I could have done about the generator.
How do you check the generator?
Yeah, how do you check the generator? Well, you spin it by hand. Okay, that's great. All right, so yeah, there's a metallic sound. So what do I do now? Because I have 2 loads on my truck, what should I do? Should I drive across the fucking country and go buy a generator?
They're expensive.
They're sold out.
Yeah.
The APU center is sold out of them.
I believe it.
Yeah. It's easy for you guys to sit back and see stuff play out and think that you would have done something differently. But when you're in the shit, trust me, your mind is running and you don't even think about it, especially when it's your equipment. You know, it's easy to be like, oh well, if a guy breaks in my house, I'm just gonna grab my gun and shoot him. It doesn't work that way. Your adrenaline's pumping, different things are going through your. Things just don't play out in real life like they do in a video. I don't care who you are.
I don't know.
There's that 10mm wrench.
Oh.
It is running like a top.
I just think
it is so smooth right now.
I just think it's that it's just a
look, I can rev it up. Talked to this guy right here for a bit. He came over and made sure we didn't need any tools or anything.
Yeah, he was super nice.
Super nice guy, man. Like his whole family's in trucking. Like all of his cousins drive trucks. His dad was a truck driver. His twin brother's a truck driver. His other brother's a truck driver. I was like, man, it must be nice having like that much support. Like, cause I couldn't do this if it was just me. I'm like, bro, that's what we're struggling with right now. Like, we have nobody to fall back on. I can't like, my truck can't break down. I can't call up my cousin and be like, hey, can you finish this load out for me? We're on our own. Truck's running good though. Yeah, baby. Yeah, you keep running good. Don't worry. Don't worry, you're gonna be new 3 times over. Oh, I just replaced that part 1,000 miles ago? Let's put another new one on just in case. I guess we'll get our bags, our clothes and stuff, and
I mean, how long do you want to leave it running?
I think it's still running good.
Yeah.
Man, it was a son of a bitch getting the air out of these lines.
I think that's a major
He's got
issue.
some military forklifts on there. Oh, another load, military forklifts. All right, we got a big mess to clean up. I got to get my Suron back on the trailer. Like, they came in the wrong way too. That's what we did.
Why don't you like leave it running until we clean this stuff up? That hasn't been running in a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, we'll leave it running. I had to walk over to Walmart and get some new wrenches because I didn't have a 19mm wrench.
Yeah.
Came with a tool pouch.
I got our clothes bag.
Oh, I got some extensions too. All our extensions are at the house.